So you know what that means? Hitting that intro in a 3, a 2, a 1.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jose here at the First Round by Podcast, and I know it has been quite some time, but I'm back. We're back. Here I am with my good colleague here, Mr. Sauce. What is going on?
What is going on, one and all? Welcome to another monumental episode. It's been a while since we've been able to say that and whatnot, but you know what we're gonna do? You're already drinking yours, but I haven't cracked mine open yet. Not sponsored, but hopefully we'll be sponsored soon by at least Dos Equis. Let's shoot for the stars. Club. Let's do Dos Equis. I would love for them to sponsor us. So, welcome. We don't have any idea what episode number this is. We don't really care at this point. We are back from a very extended hiatus. So, Jose, do you know what our last video that we recorded was?
Honestly, I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
Well, the only reason why I do is because it still comes up on my suggested videos. The last video that we did was the regular season opener.
Jesus, I don't even want to talk about that.
The regular season opener was the last video that we did, but we are switching it up. So, as you can probably tell by whatever we decide to title this, we are actually coming up on the weekend of the conference championships. Unbelievable. It's been an interesting year, to be honest. So just to kind of recap real quick, one of the biggest things that kind of got me was the development of a rookie quarterback and the sophomore slump for another second-year quarterback. Mm-hmm. So, C.J. Stroud, that Texans team, I thought they were going to be 100% legitimate Super Bowl contenders.
Dude, everybody did. They had, I could say everybody had high hopes for that freaking Texans team. I did too. And you know me better than anybody, Sauce, when it comes to, at least in fantasy football, like not selecting sophomores or even just rookies or sophomores just because they haven't proven themselves.
You can't trust them.
Time and time again, I always say that, but I took a flyer with C.J. Stroud. I think I picked him up like in the 5th round or maybe 4th round. I can't remember, but I thought he was going to have a phenomenal year. I don't even think he cracked the top 10. I'd have to double check, but we'll save the fantasy football talk for another episode.
Right.
But yeah, sophomore slump. And of course, the rookie quarterback you're talking about is Mr. Jaden Daniels, which is a gut-wrenching topic for me because I was really vouching, really hoping, really praying that somehow, some way, the Patriots would draft Jaden Daniels. And here he is, taking the league by storm. A lot of people are saying he's having the best rookie year ever, even better than C.J. Stroud last year. So I'm very happy for the guy, not happy for the organization. But it's been fun watching him, and he reminds me a lot of like a Lamar Jackson type of player for sure.
And real quick, so I will be one of the first to admit that. So this year, Lamar Jackson, he took probably one of the biggest steps that I have seen anyone take as a passer. Like he went from being, and the internet and social media still claims that he's just a running quarterback, but no, that dude, he had a phenomenal year. And I will say, because I am not the biggest Ravens fan, it was so sweet seeing them lose. So sweet. Especially since a lot of the former Titans have gone over there to end off their careers. So, love me some D-Hen, but man, I am glad that the Ravens got booted. But this was they were also a very, very good team. And that game, because I remember watching that and just being just in awe. So, basically what we're talking about this episode is basically what led the teams that are in the conference title games, what brought them there. And I gotta say, the success story of the Bills has been something that I have been following very religiously. I love the Bills. I didn't used to.
And you know what's crazy too is obviously, my favorite team's in the AFC East. So going into this year, I was really paying close attention to all the other AFC East teams, and obviously including the Bills. And the Bills in the offseason this past year, they actually lost a lot of defensive bodies.
They
and
did.
A lot of people, including myself, thought that not necessarily that the Bills would finish anywhere below first place in their division, but I personally didn't think that they were gonna have as strong as a year as they're having. I'm sorry, but Josh Allen, man, he's taken, like you said, kind of like Lamar Jackson. He's definitely elevated his game, taken his game to a new level. He doesn't really, in my opinion, have a true wide receiver one, and the things that he's been able to do on that offense has been phenomenal.
It's unbelievable. He is that offense, and if you were to ask me right now, for lack of a better term, gun to my head, I would say I would pick Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson as MVP. Part of the reason why too is Lamar Jackson, he not taking anything away from his phenomenal year. He has had an insanely good year, but he also has a future Hall of Famer running back that he's been rolling around with. His skill players are way better than Josh Allen has. And I don't know. I feel like Josh Allen is doing more with less. And
I can agree with that. Yeah.
You take away Josh Allen from that Bills team, they maybe win one game, maybe two.
Well, and you also got to think about it in this way. The AFC East is definitely easier. It's an easier division than what the Ravens have to deal with over there. I mean, you got the Jets twice, and
AFC North
the Jets
is nasty.
Underperformed. The Pats, obviously, they underperformed. I mean, we all expected them to kind of do what they did. And then, of course, the Dolphins were kind of up and down. Obviously, Tua was out for quite some time again with the concussion.
Right.
And they kind of never hit their stride. So the Bills kind of had, 6 games to their favor more than the Ravens had to theirs.
Right. Yeah, and especially with the AFC North, because the Bengals, they came along later on in the year. They started hitting their stride and were very dangerous. The Steelers, they were, in my opinion, one of the weaker playoff teams that we have seen in a while. Russell Wilson played decent for the most. Actually, he had a pretty solid year, but then he
started off pretty hot. He started off pretty good, I should say, and just over the course of the year, as the season went, he kind of just didn't impress, really. And a lot of people were calling for Justin Fields to take QB1 reps instead of him. But obviously, Mike Tomlin rolled with Russell Wilson for the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, it's been an interesting ride so far. So with all that being said, so on the AFC side, who do you have coming out of the AFC as the Super Bowl representative?
The smart Jose really wants to say the Chiefs, and the hopeful Jose really wants to say the Bills, which it's kind of tough too, because yes, I'm a Pats fan, and I hate repeating myself, Sauce. But yes, obviously I'm a Pats fan, so
are you a Pats fan?
Hate to see, of course. So I would hate to see the Bills represent the AFC just because we're in the same division, and Bills fans and Pats fans, we don't get along. So I know I wouldn't hear the end of it, but at the same time, I really don't want Patrick Mahomes to go for a three-peat. So I'm really hoping that the Commanders freaking somehow pull a miracle. Rookie quarterback wins a freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I'm rooting for the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl because now I will say this though. I love all the storylines that are going on. There's so many storylines. So with the Bills, you have Josh Allen, who has pretty much carried the team on his back. You've got the Chiefs, who are potential three-peaters. They've been to the AFC title game 7 consecutive years. That is insane. That is insane. Now, the Patriots did it.
Yep, 8 times.
8 times. So it's not unheard of, but it's also not not unheard of.
Right.
But and me personally, like, just like how back in, what was it, 2007 that the Patriots went undefeated?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a football fan, I love being able to witness history.
Right.
And so that's why now the football fan in me that loves Josh Allen just as a person and stuff, that's why I want to see the Bills win. I wouldn't mind seeing the Chiefs win because I wouldn't mind seeing the three-peat. I think that'd be cool because that'd be also historic. Now, putting staking my flag, like actually choosing who I want to win, my gut says that it's going to be the Bills. For whatever reason.
And you're talking about the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship?
The AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bills are going to win.
Okay.
And part of that, too, happens to be because I personally thought, too, that whoever won between the Bills and the Ravens were going to go on to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. But on the other side, so you kind of already touched on it. The other side, you see the Commanders winning?
I mean, I want the Commanders to win. I'm not a very big Eagles fan, to be honest with you. Ever since they beat the Pats in the 2017 Super Bowl, I've kind of just been with that sour taste in my mouth. So, I really don't want the Eagles to go back to the Super Bowl. And kind of like what you said, the storyline, man. Jaden Daniels, rookie quarterback, has been having a phenomenal year. You know, that franchise, I think it was like 33 years or something since they had made it to the NFC Championship game, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So that is freaking great, right? So, I don't know. It's just
Did you see the memes about that? About how Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts were both born, lived full lives, went to college and everything, and still made it to an NFC title game before the Cowboys.
Yeah. Ripperooskies.
Ripperooskies indeed. That shit's hilarious to me.
But yeah, I mean, but at the same time too, like as a football fan, man, the Eagles storyline, I mean, freaking Saquon, in the year that he's having, could have potentially broke Eric Dickerson's rushing record in the last game of the regular season, but decided to sit out, get healthy and rest for the playoffs. And what do you have, like a 205 yards in that snow game?
He had a nasty
like
game.
a week ago, and he's just been having a phenomenal year. He had that one game where he freaking hurdled a defender while he freaking turned around in the air, whatever the hell.
Saquon
like
is so nasty.
He's been having a freaking excellent year. So at the same time too, as bad as I don't like the Eagles, like every team has their own like awesome story as to if they were win, like they'd have that cool that cool story.
Yeah. I would say, man, my hope obviously is for a Bills Commanders Super Bowl, because
that would be great.
I've seen the memes too, where what America wants, Bills versus Commanders, what they'll probably get, Chiefs versus Eagles. I'm in the same boat with the Eagles. I'm not the biggest Eagles fan. I like certain players sometimes on their teams. I'm still really soured out on the whole A.J. Brown thing. I really wish that the Titans would have kept him. But I'm not a big believer in Jalen Hurts. I personally think that – so I already actually think that at least this year, Jaden Daniels has been playing better than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I was actually saw this interesting post the other day on social media, and it was like – rank your quarterbacks 1 through 4 right now, the ones that are remaining, of course. And honestly, I was having a hard time, like the way everybody's playing right now, because even right now, obviously Patrick Mahomes is the most decorated out of the 4, and right now the way that he's been playing this season, I would definitely put Josh Allen first.
Yep.
And honestly, like, I don't know the exact stats. I could be crazy, could be delusional, but I might have even put Jaden Daniels in front of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
On how he's been
Yeah.
playing this season.
If you look at it fantasy wise and stuff too, like with the numbers and everything, Mahomes hasn't had a great year.
He really hasn't.
Like statistically, has not had a great year, but that team around him is just woo. That defense is really good.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, you got Andrew Reid coaching them too. And there was this other crazy stat that I've seen in passing. I can't remember to a T what it was, but it was like there was like 3 or 4 teams, and it, the Patriots were one, of course, and I can't remember the other ones. Besides the Chiefs, there was 2 other ones. I said there's been 4 teams that have not scored 30 plus points in a single game this year.
Yep.
Or something like that. Something close.
It was the Chiefs. Yeah, they've only scored twice.
The Chiefs, the Pats, and there was 2 other teams I can't remember.
I know it was probably the Titans.
Chiefs to be on that freaking list with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, and that explosive offense. For them to not score over 30 points in a single regular season game is freaking insane.
Well, see, and that what's also crazy about it too, though, is just that defense is so damn good that they don't need to score an insane amount of points. Like if they do need to, then we've seen them be able to. But
yeah,
that's the other thing too, is I think that the so I know that there's some injuries on the Bills defense and stuff, but for whatever reason, I think that like Josh Allen, he just plays superhuman right now. And so that's why I think that he is going to be able to overcome the Chiefs defense a little bit more than the Chiefs are going to be able to overpower the Bills. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, to be honest. But
we shall see, to be determined.
But I actually, man, I've gone back and forth on it. Because like the Eagles, they have an insane defense as well. And we all know the defense wins championships. But I trust Jaden Daniels more than I do Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts has so many more weapons. He has.
Well, go ahead.
No, all I was going to say was that. So you've got Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson on, other than Jaden Daniels. Those are the 2 premier guys. And then you look on the other side, and Jalen Hurts, he has Dallas Goedert. He's got Devontae Smith. He's got A.J. Brown, Saquon. He's got a plethora of like skill players and people at his disposal. But it all starts at Jalen Hurts. So which one do you trust more? Do you trust Jalen Hurts or do you trust Jaden Daniels more?
Well, the thing for me as well is, I mean, there's no denying freaking Jaden Daniels. He's a rookie. First time in the NFL postseason, obviously. So him, I mean, so far in the playoffs, he's impressed, of course, no doubt. But in the biggest game, possibly the biggest game in his life, if he makes it to the Super Bowl, do you trust a rookie quarterback in that situation?
No.
You see what I'm saying, though? Like,
no.
I don't know. That's some bright lights, big stage. It's the freaking Super Bowl, man. Do you really trust your rookie quarterback?
Well, we were also saying that prior to him winning, going to Detroit, beating Detroit, and then who else did they play? The Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks.
Yeah, they played the Bucks, who were no slouch. The Bucks, they're good. I thought I had the Bucks winning that one, and then my dumbass actually lost money on just like everybody else. I picked Detroit because I thought it was going to be a Detroit Bills Super Bowl, to be honest.
Hey, that would have been fun.
That would have been, but of course Detroit they pooed the bed and ended up not being able to make it. But it's brought a lot of good storylines, and like I said, I am super super pumped for it. I will say I think I will definitively say that, as much as it pains me, I think it's still gonna be the Eagles versus the Bills in the Super Bowl. And
Eagles, Bills. Honestly, bro, as long as it's not the Chiefs, and I know everybody besides Chiefs fans probably wants that, but even if it does happen, dude, like as a true football fan, because I've been on the side too, where the Pats were dominant for so long.
Oh yeah.
That like you said earlier, history is always cool to watch. So
Mm-hmm.
if the Chiefs did make it, and if they did win the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be incredibly upset. I'd sit back and kind of just appreciate greatness,
Yeah.
and being able to live through the Brady era and then going into the Mahomes era. Like, it's just something special to watch for sure. It's like going from MJ to freaking LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Now to the SGA era.
Ripperooskies.
Ripperooskies indeed. Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting, and then of course, more than likely we'll be having an episode before the Super Bowl and everything to see how true our things came about, and then who knows, maybe during that episode, maybe we'll go ahead and pick our favorites for MVP and stuff like that. But
I think that's next weekend, isn't it?
Well, I mean, like MVP of the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I was about to say, I think that's also probably something that we could probably do is something on the awards.
For sure.
As kind of an not off topic, but to the side thing, did you see Pat McAfee talking about the comeback player with Sam Darnold?
I did not.
Yeah, so without getting too deep into it, they had the top 5 people that they chose for potential comeback player of the year, and I want to say that Joe Burrow was on there, Damar Hamlin was on there. Who else?
I think Christian Gonzalez was on there as well.
Yes, he was. And then Sam Darnold was on there. I can't remember who the other one was. I want to say it was another quarterback. But what was funny was McAfee was shitting all over the idea of Sam Darnold because they actually looked and they were like trying to figure out what was considered like the official consideration for like the criteria for comeback player. And it was talking about it. I guess the way that it was worded was very ambiguous. So like you could literally say just about anything. And they were also talking about how in previous years the comeback player has been somebody who stunk it up the season before and tore it up this year. Right. So, but you had a guy that literally like a year or two ago died on the field. Now he's a starting safety for a conference championship team.
Right.
Like, I'm going to find it hard to believe that anybody other than Damar Hamlin deserves it.
Well, and I don't know. I feel like, because I haven't really like kept up with, I guess, Damar's like personal stats. So I don't know, like, is he even like I don't know, playing very well or whatever? Like,
yeah, he's doing okay. He's not doing spectacular, I don't think. But I also was just it's always interesting to see, like, it's almost like somebody who broke their leg or something and everybody assumed that they were never going to be able to play again. And all of a sudden now they're like the starting center. It's right. Like, what in the world? What happened? Because I don't think that, I guess they lost so many pieces on that defense that he got a starting spot, but he's been playing decently well. I mean,
yeah.
They ended up winning 13 games, 14 games?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Man.
But yeah, so those are our official picks. So go over your official picks again for AFC title game winner and NFC title game winner.
Man, I'm going to go ahead and say the Bills, man. My heart says the Chiefs because, the Chiefs is the Chiefs. But,
the Chiefs is the Chiefs.
I'm just going to go ahead and wild card it and just call the Bills. And, man, I'm going to go with freaking Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna say the freaking Eagles versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I mean?
There's no denying the greatness of Patrick Mahomes.
You know, like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yep,
be wrong, universe.
And I will go on record as saying Bills and Eagles, even though what I want it to be is Bills and Commanders. But I think that defense is going to be too much. I think that the Eagles just have too much firepower, and I don't know how much Washington's going to be able to keep up with that. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. And then, so if the Commanders somehow end up going to the Super Bowl, I'm actually 100% rooting for them, because I want Jaden Daniels to have the cherry on top of that. Perfect.
Imagine though making it and winning the Super Bowl rookie year of your NFL career. Like, that's insane. Like, I mean, I don't know what the average, like, not necessarily lifespan, but playing span of a quarterback, NFL quarterback is, whether it be 10 years or whatever,
10 to 15.
10 to 15. Like, imagine your first year already winning the Super Bowl, and after that first year, the expectation is Super Bowl or bust, since you already won it your rookie year.
Oh yeah.
And then greats like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, those types of quarterbacks haven't even won it yet.
I know it's going to be some awesome bragging rights, to be sure.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, I think that's going to do that for this episode. Obviously, don't call it a comeback, but we've done it before. We're going to be trying to put out some more like fresh content and stuff. So if you want to join in, please hop in on the discussion. Oh my God, I hit my mic and it just started going crazy. But yeah, so if you want to join in on the discussion, please make sure you drop down in the comments section below. Let us know what you guys think. In the coming weeks and stuff, we're going to be adding some different content. Now, it's all going to be football. But we are definitely adding some wrinkles to the old first round bye. And we're both pretty stoked on it. So,
indeed. Sorry
for our absence. To be honest, life happens. Yeah, that's literally about all you can say. Work's been crazy. Life's been crazy. But we always find our way back home, don't we?
Indeed.
That's right. So, yeah, just be on the lookout for some more content coming your way and everything. If you like what you see, make sure you drop a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for post notifications so you know anytime we post a video. We're on all the, as far as I know, we're still on all the podcast streaming platforms and whatnot. Even though we just got to wipe the dust off real quick.
Yeah, cobwebs.
Dust the cobwebs. So, Jose, do you have anything else for our lovely, lovely viewers?
Yeah, appreciate you guys listening, tuning in. I know it's been a while. If you stuck around to the end, appreciate you guys. Like he said, we do have some fresh ideas for some new content. Like he said, still all football related. So, just something to bring in more audience, different content.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited for the future of the show. Feeling remotivated to get back on here and record. So it'll be fun. Off season's always wild. Yeah, we only have 2 weeks left of football, but the off season is just as good as the regular season. So many trades, signings, unfortunate injuries that we like to talk about, and everything in between. So, just stick around, comment down below. We'll interact with you guys, and, we'll keep this thing going.
Absolutely. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Check out firstroundbuy.com. I think that's still active. If it's not, then let me know. And then, if you want to, pick up a shirt or something. Ripperooskies is taking off, baby.
Ripperooskies indeed.
Ripperooskies. All right. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.